a.m. Wow, it's Monday. Oh, you guys are there. Hey, Tracy Spivey, Egghead News Podcast. I'm here along with Mr. Pablo. Say it twice, Solano.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning.
That's right. Good evening, bus stop, train station. We
Toilet.
got it all here, the Big Apple, Big Apple. All right, let's talk some interesting news. Interesting news for the day. I think it's what people listen for. They chime in for the news. All right, let's just get all into it. Okay, Daredevil season 3. I think it's safe to say it's now the Monday after. Like the morning after, like those movies from the 1970s. Could it be the morning? Love Boat. Anyway, Daredevil season 3. It's 3 days later. If people didn't see it, I'm not saying everybody has to binge. Everybody doesn't binge. But if you are a binger and you like to stream and you like to fish in the river, but no, seriously, if you like to binge, we've seen Daredevil season 3, and I have to give it an Emmy nomination. Wow.
I agree.
I didn't even say 5 stars. I said Emmy nomination.
I agree.
And let's talk about reasons why. Because everybody's going to give their opinion, but opinions are like prefaces, and prefaces is like somebody driving a pink Cadillac. But let's give some things that people, or what you and what we personally spotted, and some of the things that and let's not be like everybody first to tell you everything that they love. I have no problems with the series at all. Like I said before, I think it should get an Emmy nomination. Matter of fact, it should just win an Emmy unless something happens between now and January 1, 2019, which I doubt very much because pretty much everybody was in hiatus, and the only thing hitting is the CW shows, and I don't think Daredevil has to worry about Arrow. But I don't think Daredevil has to worry about the Berlanti crew. But some of the things I found on the flip side, boys and girls, what we say the bad side. The only thing I don't like, I hate to use that term. I'm not gonna say don't like, disappointed. And I said the same thing about Luke Cage, which you didn't chastise or you didn't scold me, but to me, and I spoke to a writer, and he said, "Betray, what do you want?" That's the way that guys wrote the show. I hate to take the illusion away from everything, but to me, and you saw the series. Obviously, I know you saw the series. That's why I don't even know why I brought it up. But anyway, you saw the series. Why isn't it that Matt Murdock, and why isn't it that Luke Cage? To me, how come their characters didn't develop more? And I'll stick to Daredevil season 3, where the last time we saw you, a building collapsed on you, and the first thing you wanted to do was brush your friends off, as if they're not going through something with them thinking that they lost you. To me, that kind of bothered me, because like the same way I felt about Luke Cage, even after everything, and Pete, what I'm saying is, even after everything that happened in season 1, the Defenders also. So it's not like these guys had their one-off and then the next season. No, they were both, Luke Cage had season 1 and the Defenders. Daredevil had season 1, season 2, and the Defenders. And yet, to me, their characters, to me, they didn't, and I'll say it, they didn't Bruce Wayne up. They didn't get smarter. They didn't get to, you guys should be 5 steps ahead by now. No? Am I wrong? No.
I think you're wrong about mostly, in particular, Daredevil. Luke Cage, I can see your point, but I think he progressed on towards the series, probably like towards 7, 8, 9. I think Luke Cage, you see the change in him. You see the struggle of him trying to do good, but it's hard to do good when so much bad happens.
Yeah.
And only,
he wasn't Iron Fist, but Iron Fist was more
bad.
mature. Iron Fist was more mature in his spot in Luke Cage season 2 than Luke Cage was. And I'm like, wait a minute. How come he's better, but you're not? And then how could Matt come out of the orphanage, and spoil if you didn't know, orphanage with his mom. He didn't know it was mom. That way with his mom. And yet he still wants to, okay, I gotta protect you and Karen, but you guys gotta stay away from me. These people just went through drama, and yet he's still like Let me ask you: was it a plot point
I think
to
I
get
think
rid
what
of
you're
that?
trying to get at is why the sudden, because his character changed. His character was a little bit more intense this time, a little bit
Okay,
more
okay,
purposeful.
okay.
But I believe the thing that is sort of bothering you
My thought
is,
process
yeah,
is,
where did it come from? Why turn on the people that have always been there?
yeah,
What happened?
yeah. I didn't
Because
get.
they didn't have anything to do with what happened in the Defenders, right? He chose to stay
No, they
there.
were in the Defenders also. Remember, he had to protect them. They all had to go to the precinct. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They've all been through this stuff, but Matt just comes out, and he didn't even talk about Elektra. He just, okay, I got to do this thing, and Foggy, stay away from me. I'm no longer Matt Murdock. I'm no longer Daredevil. I'm just a guy. I mean, like I said, I know that's the writers
And that scene where they finally meet, it was
at the
very
bar. And you
it
said
was
you had
very
some comments about
anticlimactic.
that too.
It was very
You had some
anticlimactic.
comments about that too. Matt, Foggy hasn't seen you. Okay, Foggy. I'm just
No, no,
gonna
no,
tell
no,
you.
no. He thought you were dead. He thought you were
Yeah,
dead.
he thought you were dead. And you. So the guy's probably like, what, dude? I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back? Like what? Oh yeah, and oh yeah. By the way, tell Karen. Holy cow! Like what the what?
It was pretty intense. I'm like, yeah, why do they deserve that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Now, was that a plot point to move the story? And if that's true, I could look outside. You know, I could break the fourth wall and say, okay, the writers want to get to the gist. I get it, but that was even you had to admit that wasn't done well. Really?
yeah. But moving past that,
Okay. Other than that, I have no. That's like I said, Emmy nomination, and hopefully Emmy, not even an Emmy nod, Emmy nomination, and maybe they should win an Emmy because that is the best thing I have not. Listen, Boys and Girls is better than season 1.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you only get one chance to make a first impression.
And I like season 2 I like season 2.
I did like season 2 because it was the Punisher, but you only get one chance to make a first impression. But Daredevil season 3 was better than Daredevil season 1.
Yeah,
And Daredevil season 1 is off the meter.
yeah.
What about the Kingpin? Can we talk about this man? Can we give this man some applause? Vincent D'Onofrio, listen, Emmy nomination.
For best actor.
Best actor. And the guys who wrote this thing got to get some. The guys who wrote, and you know who does Daredevil, if you guys didn't know, another spoiler, but I don't think it's a spoiler. ABC Studios, who produce Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they produce the Netflix shows. If you guys think that there's a group out, no. ABC Studios, obviously, which is owned by Disney, Marvel, but they produce and you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you look at Daredevil, you go, wait a minute.
Yeah. Why can't you do the same thing?
Yeah, why can't you do this on TV? Well, because TV is only 20 minutes, commercials, and okay.
I get it. But Daredevil, this season of Daredevil, I was writing down notes for each episode and stuff, and then I just at some point I couldn't take my eyes off the screen to think about what it is that I just saw.
Yeah.
But the things that I took away from the show, the pacing was good. When the action came, it came full force. Some of the fight scenes were really, really, really done well. I mean, you think like, okay, damn. Iron Fist supposed to be better than that. I know you're about to go to Iron Fist. I knew Iron Fist is the fight scenes in Iron Fist supposed to be better than that, and that was good.
And Iron Fist fight scenes look like they're staged. It doesn't look real.
It looks whack. Anyway,
yeah,
that Daredevil's. I mean, when Matt Murdock goes into the jail and he comes out, it's like a 10-minute thing from when the guy comes in, the black guy comes in to put the injection in him or to kill him or whatever the case may be, and then the action ensues for 10 minutes. They did that in one shot. They did that in one shot.
Listen,
with a couple of actors in here and there. That reminded me of a video game. That reminded me of scenes that they put in a video game when you're trying to get out. It was exactly like a video game. It felt like I was watching a video game. It was just so dope the way they did that. It was just so dope. I thought I've never seen anything like that. The only thing that comes close is that that movie that came out where I think is a first person point point of view movie. Damn, I forget what it was called.
Blair Witch?
Nah. It just recently came out. It was an action flick.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway,
that was the only negative I had to say. Let me ask you a question. Is Foggy Nelson now like the best supporting? I mean, when Daredevil season 1 first came off, these were roles.
I think his agent.
Okay, they just put a guy.
Nah,
we put anybody in it.
I thought it was
he owns the role.
He owns the role, but I think the best supporting actor was that new guy, the agent Nadim.
Oh, Nadim. Yeah, Nadim. Yeah, he was great.
He was. I think he.
I didn't think he would get killed. I didn't think he would get killed. For some reason, I thought he could survive.
That was the only way to save to get Fisk. That was the only way.
I didn't think he would. Wow. Maybe I was like, maybe this guy can, not even walk away. Maybe this guy will survive this.
Nah.
Maybe Damn. Because everybody was in on it.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Bullseye being somewhat unstable psychotic? Bullseye is psychotic in the books, but he's not unstable. This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like, wait a minute.
But
he's almost borderline Joker.
But that
what's with this guy?
Nah, not really. He's a killer. He has obviously some very what's it called?
Some great talents and skills.
Attachment disorder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whoever tries to leave him, he kills him. Whoever does any wrong to him, he kills him.
Yeah.
He's just very good at being very accurate.
Did you mind no costumes? No costumes, ladies and gentlemen.
For Daredevil.
No, for either Daredevil or Bullseye. They could have put Bullseye in some Captain America Winter Soldier tech.
Nah.
No?
Nah. The way they introduced him was done perfectly. We didn't need Bullseye right away. If we're gonna continue doing this, he'll arrive. Which poses another question of like, how the hell if Daredevil has so much trouble beating him now, imagine later.
Yeah, more training.
You know what I'm saying?
And more bitterness. Yeah.
And once they get the Fox deal done, that's adamantium they're putting in his back.
Hey, listen, I got a friend named Frank. Frank don't care about nobody. Listen, I got a friend named Frank, and he kind of crazy. What? He's crazy. He make John Rambo look like a Boy Scout.
But I'll tell
my friend
this.
Frank. Oh, Lord.
And I think we mentioned it previously. Like outside of the main characters, you didn't know anybody. I had
which was a stroke of genius. Which was a stroke of genius.
Yes,
that was genius. You didn't know who these people were, so you had to look at them for the roles
character.
They played.
You know,
for who they were.
Exactly.
Wow, I mean, just hands down, you got hooked on it from the beginning. Whether he was in that bed putting himself back together, whether when his eardrum had to, I mean, it's the whole process. And then you like the fact that it wasn't rushed. They didn't rush him back out there to get his costume. And to think that, oh my God, this guy, formerly the gladiator in the comic books, who made his costume in the Netflix, he had to fight him. Like, wow, man, what? And come to find out that person he's always talked about was his girlfriend, and now she has to leave. Because, like he said, the Kingpin's going to kill you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah. I mean, but he got his costume back at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got his costume. I mean, he didn't. We never saw him get his costume.
Yeah. He was standing up on the roof. He got his costume back.
When was this?
Dude, the end of the show, he got his costume back and he jumped off the roof. But it looks like the same clip from the end of season 1. It looked like the same clip.
I gotta watch that again because I
Yeah,
didn't see
rewatch
that.
it. He jumps off the roof and he crosses the batons. He crosses the batons together and he just jumps. And I said, "Oh, okay."
I gotta see
Because
that
not for
again.
nothing. If you watch season 3, a lot of the injuries and stuff, dude, you really need your suit to take some of these lickings you get. I mean,
Yeah.
for real. I don't wear the suit for fashion. You,
Yeah.
you need to wear that suit because you're getting cut up, scraped up, and Bullseye was throwing nails at you and sticking you in the knot. I mean, yeah. I mean, come on. Wow.
The way
you
they
really...
said it, the way they said, you know what? Another thing I didn't like, the fight scene between them two. It started off really well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
Daredevil catches the baton, and they do
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That the way they set that up, that sound like some old Western type joint. You know what I'm saying? They circle. And stuff like that.
He was starting off pretty well.
Yeah, it was done very well. And then when they started fighting, when it started getting a little bit more deeper into it, it started looking a little bit too video game-ish.
But the whole point of this was what we really wanted to see. This was really about Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. And unfortunately now, just like in the books, Wilson Fisk knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. The cat's out the bag. Wow. Vanessa came back, and Vanessa tells Wilson, just like she is in the comic books, what makes you think I'm an angel?
Yeah.
She's not either.
Yeah.
She stole that woman's art.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and boys and girls, we're talking about World War II Nazis commandeered people's wealth. That's how deep this goes. And the girls told her, usually the horrific story about how they just they came into their homes and just took your stuff.
Yeah.
And there was nothing you could do. You do anything. She said she saw her father get killed. Her father got killed right before her eyes.
Yeah.
So that's if you think you getting this pain back, you can forget it.
Yo, I think that Wilson Fisk, the KingPin, was so mad because, he didn't get none.
Yeah, I'm surprised that surprised he didn't kill her. Like,
why?
No, I'm surprised KingPin didn't kill her because he wanted that pain because it was Vanessa's. But then when she told him that story, like, so now you're gonna be like the Nazis, you're gonna come in here and now you're gonna take it from me. Like she said, everybody's taken from my family, and he just let it go. He said, okay. I couldn't believe that part. He let it go. But of course, my favorite scene in the entire series. And I didn't see that coming because everybody likes to do forecasting. I didn't. When she told him, yeah, I killed Wesley. I shot him 7 times. And I shot him again. Well, you know what? Not for nothing. And I felt her. And I felt the drama in that. Why? Yeah. Because he killed Ben.
Yeah.
He killed Ben. I just want you to know. It wasn't even about your mother. And, and I understand his point. About you took advantage of my mother, my old mother, you and Ben Urich. So you killed Ben, but just to let you know, you think you got me, I'm gonna let you know. Your boy, as a matter of fact, when we get off this podcast, I'm gonna watch that again. I killed Wesley and I shot him 7 times. Now you think about that when you sleep. I killed Wesley. He loved he loved Wesley.
Oh yeah.
He did. That was his son.
Yeah.
He said the guy became like a son to me. I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
because he would anticipate his every need.
Yeah. Wesley was. I remember when she shot him. She was at that table. He said, "Oh, come on, give me the gun." Boom! I was like, "Oh, see," and that's how great the writing was. Season 1, you would have never thought she would have shot him.
Yeah.
That's why season 2 was Frank. To me, it elevated the Daredevil storyline. Mm-hmm. Here is Matt trying to talk to Frank. Frank is like, I'm hurt, and they killed my family. That thing with Frank was so deep. Wow! I just can't wait for Punisher season 2. I hope it is January 2019. I really hope it is. And then whatever happens after Netflix after that, boys and girls, we don't know.
I'm not gonna binge Punisher.
Oh no, I want to watch it. Yeah, I won't binge Punisher. I
I'm
want to
not.
see it.
I want to see this. I want to take my time. That's just too much
Yeah, I want to take my
murder
time to see it, but
in
because
one
I know,
sitting.
because I know it's going to be mayhem. And don't forget what he told. Hey Wilson, don't forget what Frank told you. Forget Matt. Frank said the next time he see you, so you won't worry about Daredevil or the Punisher. He said the next time he see you, he gonna kill you. And he was bloodied up. He just killed about 8 people in the jail. Yo, these jail scenes are crazy. Frank just killed the whole floor. He said when he come back, he's going to
I'm telling you,
kill you.
that was a video game. That was a video game. That was a video game.
Who, Frank's in the jail scene? I remember Frank was
you talking
wild.
about
Frank was
Frank's.
the thing with Frank
no,
was
no, no,
he
no.
he
That was
wore
straight out the
all
comic
white.
books, right?
Yeah, Frank wore all white, and it was getting all.
But that's
you crazy.
But you see how they do stuff. They take epic pieces of and put it in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the way his costume was straight out of Frank Miller and John Romita Jr.'s The Man Without Fear limited series, where he walked around in a black leotard, you want to call it, and he had his hands and forearms tied together with rope, and he just was going around just pulverizing people. just I mean, you set a rope on his hand, man, you get hit like that, my God. But like you said, he never knocked nobody out. That was what was missing. Daredevil should have been knocking some cats out.
No, he got to get a knockout punch, man, because all that fighting, man, he got to do something.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, but I like when he got the costume and he got his nunchucks back, so he could throw them off walls and hit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I said. No matter what, you really do need your costume back, dude.
Yeah.
And overall, like I said, the guy who plays Foggy, he will forever now be Foggy Nelson. He defined that role because he was an unknown.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact that he was on Jessica Jones, the fact that he was on The Defenders, the fact that he was on Frank, and the fact that Karen's on Frank's show because Frank loves her. Oh, dear God, Frank loves you, so don't worry, you safe. You should have just called Frank and said, yo, Wilson Fizz is out. You'd have been dead. Wilson, you'd have been episode 2. See, episode 2, you'd have been dead. Frank came in. They would have called it the episode, Frank shows up.
But you know what? I was because in the comic books, Bullseye kills Karen Page, correct?
Yeah.
I was thinking that was going to occur.
That they were going to kill her off?
And that at some point Frank finds out and he and he goes after that dude.
I'll tell Bullseye, dude. He's the Netflix Wolverine. He's coming.
Daredevil was a very, very well done series.
Oh, Daredevil! See, Daredevil.
By far, I
think,
if gift. Not probably the best Marvel piece of content I've seen.
You know what? You're the 4th person to say that. That was the best Marvel superhero adaptation, TV adaptation I've ever seen.
Yeah,
better than season 1, boys and girls. And I love me some smashing the Russian in the door, navigator door. I mean, season 1 is off the meter.
Name me something better.
I can't. And the Greg Berlanti, no, you went. Well, see, Daredevil was a different beast, but you went too far into the superhero thing. The first season of Arrow.
Daredevil.
The first season of Arrow. The only thing I don't like is when they ripped off Lost with the time jumps. Mm-hmm. I don't think they still do that anymore. Or they might. I don't like those time jumps. When he's on the island, oh God. It's almost like, can we stick to the present? And but Arrow, the first 3 seasons were great. Yeah. The first 3 seasons of Arrow were great. Mm-hmm. And then it just
I think CW has done well. With the initial seasons of some of their shows.
All of them?
No, Legion, because Legion of Superheroes is horrible.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow is horrible. Atrocious.
Yeah.
Horrid.
Yeah. That could have been somebody else's show, boys and girls. I don't know why.
It just looks bad.
But then you see what ABC Studios did with Daredevil. I mean, Daredevil was the first
I
show
I,
that
I
actually
think
elevated.
I
It's
think
better than what it was before.
I think they have more freedom to do more.
Wow. Daredevil season 3. I mean, like I said, I give it
And
not even in so stars. I give it an Emmy nod.
I would want to be in the room when the director was directing these cats.
Oh man, oh man, and of course the writers are also on the set. I mean, some of the scenes were just some are
The
great.
the intensity of that scene
When
between Matt and Kingpin when he was like, "Oh, I did this to you," you know, "Oh,
yeah,
I beat
I want you
you."
to I want you to know it was me.
You
The one scene that made me jump is when Nadim's boss shot the other guy. I'm like, what?
I sort of knew that was coming, though. I sort of knew that was coming.
No, I didn't think she was part of it. I didn't think she was compromised. I didn't.
I believe I sort of knew something was coming with her.
Well, it's almost like in Winter Soldier, where everybody started getting shot. I mean, that was the thing about Winter Soldier. It's like, what the?
Yo, she said,
crazy.
She said Wilson Fisk is your boss now.
Damn.
And when it said what's his code name, I was like, oh, Kingpin. Woo!
Kingpin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that when they were all to the table?
I was waiting for that.
Don't call him Mr. Fisk. Kingpin. Wow.
The Kingpin.
Wow. It's almost like the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Who put that part there? Who is this? Yeah, you don't understand. Like, wow. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, my review, we could talk about Daredevil season 3 for days.
Yeah.
We probably will talk about it briefly on the next show, but I give it not even stars. I give it an Emmy nod. If anybody else says different.
I want to say this one last thing. Vincent D'Onofrio's performance.
Oh, yeah.
You can say this, that in every scene that he is in, you are paying attention to see what's going to happen. He makes the subtleties intense, but you're waiting for that eruption that sometimes never come, but you're like in suspense. And you're like, okay, he didn't go crazy there. But
what was that story he told in the car
about love?
They were on their way. Yeah, that was the prison.
Love is his prison.
That was the prison. Whoever wrote that was excellent. I mean, because and like I said, we could talk about that, but just to put some depth into these characters, some layers, some thought process that is not all bang bang, twist the dirty mustache, I'm the bad guy.
Exactly.
No. Yeah, there was some depth to it, some layers that
but you have to say this, that writers now are looking at the Marvel, not the Marvel formula. I'm not going to say the Marvel formula, but those great villains. You sympathize with them. And you understand where the villain is coming from. It may be messed up, but he's coming from a messed up place. That's why he's thinking this way.
Well, you know like you said, you just can't be twirling your mustache. Yeah. That's no good. Yeah. That's. Like I said, I give it an Emmy, an Emmy nod, and probably an Emmy win, and not just for not particularly for the actors, of course, but the whole series. Yeah. I mean, they should get like the cast comes up, and then probably a Golden Globe or something. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Best short limited series or whatever
If they get nominated, I'm watching.
Oh yeah, I would watch that. And usually I don't watch those award shows, but yeah, I would watch.
If they get nominated, of course I'm going to watch it because I want them.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it
because I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. A lot of those actors that you've never seen before, this was their.
Oh, their phones are ringing off. Their agents are getting called today.
This was their big break.
Yeah. Oh, not for nothing. Yeah.
For everybody that was on that. For everybody that was on that, this was their big break.